Hi, I'm Nicole.
I'm Jackie.
And my name is Gabriela Kerin.
So we were talking to you earlier, and we found out that you went to boarding school. So your parents sent you to boarding school. How was it like leaving home without knowing what you were expecting?
Well, it was not just a regular boarding school, it was a convent.
Mm-hmm.
And so the nuns were running it. And I had false papers.
Mm-hmm.
As a Christian girl, I was there 24 hours, 3 years. It was very hard. It was very hard on me. I cried a lot, cried myself to sleep every night. It wasn't easy. And how to say goodbye to my parents? Well, I didn't know if I will see them again. It was very, very, very emotional.
Did you ever see your parents again?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes. About a year later, my mother came, and when she saw how much I'm crying, and I was very skinny, I didn't want to eat, she decided for the night she will take me wherever she is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That was very brave of her.
and this saved my life, actually, because when the German occupied Slovakia,
Mm-hmm.
they went from house to house.
Yeah.
They went from apartment to apartment, and they never entered the apartment, the house where we were.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the center of the city, across the street of the Slovak Gestapo, Rinkova Gada. And in this peaceful Czechoslovakia, in the bylaws of this house was written, no Jew can live in this house. And we assume, since they knew about everything and everybody, they must have known this too, and they did not enter this house.
Wow.
Lucky.
Very lucky. It's unbelievable,
Yeah.
you know, thinking back. So we were hidden there by a gentleman named Karol Blanar. I'm very grateful to give me a life to live.
Yeah.
He was hiding 8 people. I managed to get him in Yad Vashem as a righteous person of the nations.
It's great.
Unfortunately, he wasn't alive at this time. His brother got this award, and also his parents, because the whole family was righteous.
Mm-hmm.
They hid my grandmother, the parents of Karol Blanar. So,
Wow.
so all of them together. we were.
So how did your outlook change on life, after this whole experience and after you learned about all this, like, death camps and all these things, like, how did that change your perspective on everything?
I will tell you, I remember very clearly when we got liberated. We went every day to the railroad station to look for a familiar face as people were coming home. We could not recognize people, they looked like skeletons. And I was standing there, a young girl, thinking, how can I live a normal life after what I see here today, after what I went through? Is it possible? And I decided in myself, Hitler did not get my body, and he will not get my soul. And I will live a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God, I succeeded.
Yeah.
My husband, me, we are married 62 years. We have 1 child. I couldn't have more children, but because of all the deprivation that happened to me. But we have a nice family.
Wow.
Actually, they are coming to see us.
Wow.
So, the 3 grandchildren.
How did you meet your husband?
We should have known each other all our lives. My mother, first cousin, and my husband's aunt were married, and we never met. He spent vacations there, I went visiting, and we always avoided each other. Afterward, this cousin of my mom was 50-year-old, and he invited invited both sides of the family, the remaining people, and we met there for his birthday party. And that was it. 9 months later we got married.
Wow. So do you tell your grandchildren about your experiences? Or?
Yes, yes. Actually, at first we didn't, small children, you don't tell them things. But later when they started to learn in the school, maybe they were age 8, and they started to ask questions, and we always made it a habit before they went to sleep, in their room, took a chair, they were in the bed and talking. I was talking, my husband was talking about experience. Tell us when you were 10, when you were, they wanted to know. And so we slowly told them. Yes.
How did they react?
Well, actually, as a small child, they just kind of take it in.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out much later when they talked about it and told me that how much they understood.
Yeah.
Now when they are adults, one of them is 23, he just lost last week. So, they understand that why we try to talk to their level.
Yeah.
And not tell them stories what they wouldn't understand as an 8-year-old or 9-year-old. Because I think, let's say, when the people come here to the museum, it's too early.
Yeah.
We discourage them to bring small children in. It's too graphic.
Yeah.
So they should see just certain part of the museum. Actually, my sculptures, it's okay. You saw the train. This is fine even for a little child to see, because they don't understand the depths of it, how tragic is to part from the parents. They would understand this part, but when they look at it, they don't know. But somehow it's not easy. Definitely. And even a little child would understand how hard it is to say goodbye to parents. So,
what inspired you to create this exhibit here at the museum?
I went around a couple of museums and I didn't see anything about Kindertransport, and I thought it's an important historical fact. And I talked to the director here in the museum and he got all excited. Sure, start working now, right away. So this is where I started.
Yeah.
So it was a 1.5 year work put into it.
A year and a half to make all the
Make all the research and everything.
Yeah.
Michelle Gold was the one who was helping me with the research. At the beginning I did everything myself, but then I got so overwhelmed that I needed help.
Yeah. You said your leaves, the one that you sell for jewelry, they symbolize like all the lives that were lost.
Yes, because a falling leaf from a tree is not alive anymore.
Yeah.
So for me it symbolizes all the dead people who perished in Holocaust.
Yeah.
So this is why I am also wearing a leaf all the time, or a butterfly, because butterfly symbolizes hope for the better future, future without any injustice.
Thank you very much. You're such an
very
inspiration.
Thank you, it's inspirational. And all the things that you're doing to commemorate all these things, it's helping, with the future, and we appreciate that.
I hope the new generation will have a better future than we had in the past.
Thank you.
Thank you.